Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show on a live Friday. Sitting here with NFL free agent safety Bret Lockett, talking NFL, talking romance.
Yeah.
Now, you just said something during the break that you said that the Raiderettes were provided by I don't know who, management maybe, with the names of the single players.
That was the word on the street.
And would wait online, we're at a restaurant or something just to meet one of you guys.
A lot of after games, a lot of them would go to this place, El Torito, a restaurant near the stadium.
And what would happen?
And
there?
a lot of the players would go there, and they'd
How do you not
hang
get
out.
laid? It sounds hard not to get laid.
I just wasn't heavily pursuing that at the time.
What were you pursuing?
Brett
wants to punch you in the face right now.
No, Brett knows. I was focused on what I was doing, man. I felt like I was going to get cut every week. So I was looking over my shoulder all the time, feeling like, well, maybe this would rub people the wrong way upstairs if I go there.
How about looking over the other shoulder? There might be a hot blonde.
Well, there were plenty, yeah. And
you said your friend, what he did was very impressively. For some reason, they had low self-esteem, these girls.
Yes.
And they thought they were ugly.
Yep. And he played into that, apparently, and pumped them up, and they loved him.
Amanda, is that true of hot chicks? Do your hot friends have low self-esteem and maybe?
Not mine.
No, they don't. No, they're fine with it.
Yeah,
they're well aware they're good looking.
Yes.
No, well, that's your in. Why don't you? It would hurt you to say you are ugly, Heather. I don't know. All right, listen, I hate to harp on this.
You are fascinated by the Raiderettes, though, and my lack
because
of...
if I was your high school friend and you made it to the NFL, I'd have to live vicariously through you. And
my high school friends did.
But how? You're not doing anything.
My house was like a youth hostel. I mean,
Right.
I had all my friends living at my house. It was just me and a dog and tons of my buddies squatting there.
Right.
And so, it was a bachelor pad up in the Berkeley Hills, and
You could have had some
they were having a good time.
Get some Raiderettes to squat there.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was. Those were the days.
Have you ever heard of something so pathetic, bro?
I haven't. I can't say I have. I'm sorry. Sorry, John.
Try looking at Bochetti's weekends over there.
No, but
but now that you're a writer on a major radio show.
no, I'm not a writer for anybody but Mike Boschetti, and that's not going that good either.
Brett, I'm sorry, you're here on a crazy night, Brett. Our announcer of over a year just left us for another radio show. Tell us.
No, I didn't believe anything.
It's a business, it's a business.
Wow.
Brett, they're only
Like the
teasing
NFL.
me.
All right.
No,
Just
no,
like the NFL.
I'm a loyal
Cutthroat.
person to my friends and family. I would never,
Don't believe that crap. Yeah, no, but ask some football questions.
Yeah. So what? Interestingly, you've played for both these teams, the AFC East teams that are facing each other this weekend, Jets, Patriots. Were you there at all with Gronkowski?
I was there for 2 years with Gronk.
Good guy?
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
Seems dumb as a rock.
No comment.
Yeah. It sounds like you'd have a hard time talking to him.
Nah, he's
You
a
seem
good
like
guy.
a smart guy, and he seems like a dumb guy.
Nah, he's
Tell him.
Yeah, he can't say anything.
Nah, but he seems like a fun guy. That's true. Fun as hell, right?
Oh yeah, Vegas and after Super Bowl, he has fun.
Yeah. You don't want an intellectual
Everyone
in
goes
Vegas.
on a little bit
Right.
of a bender, I guess, after the season. But you also probably had to play some man-to-man coverage on a potential murderer.
Absolutely.
Right?
Aaron Hernandez? Yeah.
I actually remember the first training camp, Aaron Hernandez was there. He came in and he said, I'm going to route up every DB on the Patriots. And
Now explain what that means, route up.
that means he's going to, juke you.
Right at you.
He's pretty much saying we can't guard him.
Was this his rookie year?
This was his rookie year.
As a rookie, he came in and said this.
Yes, he came in and said that. And
Wow.
Why would you do that?
Because that's his confidence.
Was
Because he got a gun at practice.
everyone? Yeah. Was everyone in the locker room just like, who does this guy think he is?
Not really.
Rookie talking like
Not
this?
really. We all looked at it and kind of laughed. It's competition.
But does that make him a target from you guys to go at him at camp?
Absolutely.
It would make him a
Absolutely.
target
And
for
I
me.
made sure that he didn't catch a pass on me that day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, motivate you probably,
Exactly.
right?
Well, the thing with him is, he slid so far in the draft that year. He probably felt like he had to, I don't know, pump himself up.
That's just his personality. I mean, if you even just watch him play, that's Hernandez. His confidence is very high, and I respect it because he's talented. And he can play.
Oh, absolutely. Most talented guy in C Block right now.
Did you ever see I don't want to say signs of violence.
No, I would not have
What are
ever.
the signs? You ever see him kill a guy?
Signs of violence on the field every day.
Well, no,
but
that is-
anything over the top. Like
Hernandez, everybody, he was.
would he snap?
No,
on people?
never.
Oh, okay.
He was a good guy. Everybody liked him. He was a funny guy on and off the field. Really, the only guy, him and Gronkowski, the only two guys I know that can make Bill Belichick laugh.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Wow,
Really.
I thought that was impossiple.
Wes Welker a little bit. A little bit.
See, I always got the impression Wes Welker and Bill had some skids, with the whole foot thing.
Right.
I felt like after the foot thing, Wes was kind of in his doghouse.
What was the whole foot thing exactly again?
It came out that Rex Ryan had a foot fetish.
Oh, the Rex right. Okay.
And so, did you see it?
No, I know. I know. Didn't realize what you were talking about. But how gross is that?
It is gross.
Rex Ryan worshiping a chick's feet makes me want to throw up.
But I thought it was hilarious what Wes Welker did in his press conference that week. Where he was saying, we're all good little foot soldiers. We need to try to get a foot in the door.
Right.
Really obviously.
No, that's funny.
That.
That's funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Well, after what happened to Aaron Hernandez and having played there, would you, I don't know, just arrest Gronkowski now for something in the future?
Well, for this game, maybe.
Yeah.
What about the Jets? I mean, Jet fans, they really are a rare breed. They are believers now, and they want to believe. You play. What happens in this game? Are the Jets? Is this going to be a good game?
A lot of people think they have a chance to win this thing.
I just don't see. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I think the Patriots are going to flex their muscles a little bit, man, because they never get respect. They're 5-1 again, and they never get that. Like, where the guys going? No, they're going to blow out the Jets. That's what I think.
Well, you got to look at it. They're going to be at home this week. Jets are at home.
Yeah.
And I know the Patriots have had always a tough time at the Met.
It's a tough place to win. Yeah.
And it's always been down to the wire at MetLife Stadium. Always.
Right.
So and it really comes down to who plays this week. There's a lot of guys banged up. There's a lot of guys.
I want to ask you about that. Earlier in the season, I noticed that the Jets were staying in base, which is they weren't. When teams were subbing in extra wideouts, they were keeping their linebackers on and not subbing in cornerback or safety. They would stay in base against 11 personnel, which is 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, 1 back. It was very unusual, and there were times where they were just getting destroyed in that look.
Usually with Rex, he doesn't like having to sub people because he has so many different packages that teams will start messing with them. They'll go 11 personnel and they'll put in a tight end, and they'll run the ball. So he doesn't want to have a nickel, nickel formation in when they're in 11 and there's 2 tight ends in the game.
Is what you're saying mean that he overcoaches, basically? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's doing the opposite, really.
He's really trying to
keeping
simplify
it simplified.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it sounds like he overcoached.
My impression was that he didn't have faith in D. Milner and Kyle Wilson and as far as like bringing another cornerback in the game. That's what I took from it.
I don't believe so. I think those guys can cover just as well as anybody across the league. It just really comes down to whether they're going to play that game or not. They're talented. I mean, that whole secondary is talented.
We gotta take a break. By the way, a lot of people watching on the Audience Network, and don't read into this, John. A lot of people want to know if Amanda could have John's job. And I want to tell you right now, do not let that come down to me as a last one.
The staff voted yes.
Apparently, a lot of guys zoned out when you went to the nickel 2 package rant. Back after this on the radio. Welcome back to the Artie and Amanda show. Bret Lockett here. We don't have a lot of time. So do you think the Jets? Like, if I was a gambling man, would you say the Jets cover the game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's going to be competitive.
It'll be competitive. It'll
Now,
be
do you
within.
feel compelled to say that just because they were your
Not
most
at all.
recent
I mean,
team?
you saw
you're trying to find your way back
No way.
onto the roster.
No way.
They are depleted in the secondary.
No, I keep it 100%. And the Jets in first New England Jets game was very close. Up
But
until the
remember,
later
Tom
end.
by just outraged
He
by
was,
how
he was.
terrible his receivers were.
He gets
was.
mad, man.
But
You know,
Geno also turned the ball over. You know, as
Well,
you know,
Geno continues to turn the ball over.
right, but when he doesn't turn the ball over like the Falcons
But
game, you know,
one game,
hey,
one game,
one
man.
game's all you need.
Is he leading the league in turnovers? No, wait, Eli is. Sorry, he might be second.
2 rings, man. He's got 2 rings. That's all anybody's going to care
He has
about.
2 rings, Dunkin' Donuts commercials, and
Right,
he's all right.
fine. He's living right next door to me. He's on top of the world. Is Joe? Well, you know, again, we'll fill up the last minute with Geno Smith. I mean, what's his future in the NFL? Do you think he's the real deal?
I think once he learns how to control giving the ball away and
Right.
making poor decisions instead of throwing it out of bounds or throwing it into the dirt, you're going to see those turnovers. But once he figures that out, he's going to be a very good quarterback.
I think he's okay. I just don't see the Jets or anybody else making their future around Geno Smith.
But he's got the tools.
He has
you know,
them. He has them.
I want to know, does he have the drive, the work ethic to get in there and be the film guy and put the time in?
He does. He's very focused. He doesn't let a lot of distractions outside of the locker room bother him. And when he throws the interception, you see it on film, on TV. You see he doesn't get rattled. A lot of quarterbacks, you can see it in their eyes get rattled.
Oh, totally. That's there's. I mean, to me, a grade and a non-grade.
Exactly.
Not getting rattled. Brett, thanks so much, man.
Hey, Artie, thank
Come
you.
back anytime.
Absolutely.
Bring Amanda.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.